Africa Mabata, Yellow Magic Orchestra, Nucleus, Rashin. I used to listen to all those tracks, man. If you remember, do you remember Jam On? Jam On It. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. That sound is a sound that if you were there, it was amazing. Embracing classic electro funk. Ooh, I guess that's today's video. Let's go do it right now. Yo, what's up? I'm Mental Kitchen and thank you for checking out yet another video. If this is your first time here, don't hesitate to click subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Whenever I upload a new video, you'll be kept in the loop and you won't miss out on anything. Hang out to the end of this video. I'll tell you all about Discord and Patreon. I'll tell you who this month's Patreon winner is for the January Synthwave challenge that we had. A new challenge is coming up, and I'm also going to welcome the new patrons to the channel, so stick it out till the end of the video. It's all coming. Electro funk as a genre, it originated in the early 80s. You can say that even hip hop got originated from there. Hip hop stems from electro funk. You have to think of an era post-disco. So disco stemmed in the 70s, end of the 70s it started to change and a new vibe electronic music came along. Now there was a lot of stuff happening in the 80s in America, namely in New York, where this sound originated. You have to understand it is in the middle of a turmoil kind of decade. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening, so there's a lot of kids on the street. Urban culture was at a rise, so people needed to express themselves. They did that through electric boogie, they did that through graffiti, they did that through breakdancing, and that whole street kind of culture got embedded with a sound that was leading it, and that was electro funk. Now, names that come to mind are the world-class Wrecking Crew, Africa Mabata, thiis, obviously Kraftwerk. Those were back very inspiring for that kind of vibe back in the days. Also Yellow Magic Orchestra, who supposedly were the first to use a 808 drum computer. 808 drum computer is a classic thing. You have to understand that sound came, and then techno and the 909 drum computers came a little bit later, but we're going to go even further back into time. Unfortunately, I do not own a 808 drum computer. I got a lot of mates that do, so I acquired some cool samples, and those samples, by the way, are linked in the description below. So the 808 samples I'm using today, I'm giving them to you. You over there on the other side of the screen, so go check that out. Now, those pioneers came up with a completely different sound. It was not so much only the music, it was the whole entire entourage of things. You know, when you look at Africa Mabata, the way he performed with his band, with his Zulu Nation, it was amazing the way they came with a new sound. It changed hip-hop music forever. And on the back of that, a whole lot of hip-hop music originated, as I told you before, but this was the first ever kind of sound. Now, I like it because I was a kid and I liked electric boogie and I liked the whole sound of it. So even later, when I was listening to later acts like Mantronics and stuff, I really got into that kind of vibe. Now today I'm paying homage to that sound, so I'm not going to go completely deeply into this is the way this sound is supposed to sound, that this is what it is. So if you're looking for that, you might be in the wrong place. What I will do though is I will just jam it out like I always do and explain what my process is. I will try and make a modern day kind of electro vibe. So I'm using a vocal, I'm using 808 samples, as I said. I'm using the Minitar, the Subsequent 37, and the almighty Tetra. Now, not anything else. Get your butt over here and let's go do it. You ready? Let's go. Alright, so we got this stuff going, got the live set right here. In the top left corner, there is the Future Sound Systems Malevolent, which is going to make an appearance in future videos. I'm still working it because I like it, but it's a really characteristic synth that's coming. I've got the Minitar, I've got the Tetra right here. There's a Strymon Blue Sky connected to this bad boy over here, which is a Subsequent 37. Then underneath is the AMT8. I've got the Octatrack that's not doing any duties today because I'm going for the MPC. I'll really go in old school. So I have acquired some really cool 808 samples, and which you can find in the description below. I will give away the samples that I'm using, the drum samples today, so you can find them in the description underneath this video. All right, now because I need to know where I am in the groove, I laid down a hi-hat already. The tempo that we're going to be working on today is 125 BPM, which is melodic techno territory usually, but obviously to go for a little bit more of that break-in, pop-in kind of vibe, I'll just go in a little bit faster as well with a beat. Okay, something like that. Maybe I can span my beat over 16 bars. So obviously this makes a longer loop. So let's go in. 3 and... Okay, let's see if we can record it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you playing notes? You're not supposed to play notes like that. That's funny. Okay, stop it. Right. I'll make a shorter loop anyway. Go back to edit. Yeah. So, okay, what I will do is, because I like the last one, there you go. A little on the loud side. Right here. That's nice. Yeah. Let's roll with this for a second. Yeah, so we got our old school kind of vibe going. I'm not necessarily going in and working the drums with compression and EQ as of yet. I might do that at a later stage, but for sake of this vibe tutorial, let's just get in with this vibe straight in. What I do think though is that listening to the pads right here, I do think that the snare is a bit on the loud side and the kick's a little bit on the soft side. Alright, nice. Yeah. Cool. This head could go a little bit louder as well. That on the end here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 2. Nice, yeah. Okay, so we got a bit of an accent going. So now that I think I've got my beat going, let's go obviously for a bass line. Now on track 1, there's the mini tower. On track 2, there is the Tetra. On track 3, there is the subsequent 37, and that should do the trick for the video today. First of all, I'm thinking, okay, sounds good. Sounds okay. Let's see what the vocal is doing, because I had a vocal that's been chopped up and I will stick that over the groove to see if this will fit my groove. So the beat is more old school, as you can hear, and we'll go for that modern day vocal. Now to top it off, let's see if we can find a bass line that works. Put it in straight. Damn. Ah, you gotta like it. Go to the Tetra. Record it in. Do it again. Alright, so what I will do is mute the vocal. Get out of the mini mode. Maybe it's best if I just lay down an arpeggiator for the Tetra, because that might work a little bit better. Go back to my Tetra here. Stop it quick fast. All right, I like it. At the same time, I'm thinking, you know, I want to make a cross, sort of like hybrid kind of vibe out of this tune. So I need to think out of the box a little bit more. So what I will do is cut those notes. Let's see what we can do. Alright, let's try it. Nice. I made a bit of a mistake in the beginning, but what I'll do is I'll just stick it on 4 beats. There you go. There's only looping the part that I played correctly. Nice. Level it up a little bit. I will save this sound, so I'll click right and I'll get yes. So this sound will stay like this because the filter will open up every time when I stop and restart the MPC. That's not what I want. So what I'm going to do is just keep it like that now. And I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm thinking yes, this is okay. What you can do in this kind of sense, obviously go to a different pattern and copy the whole vibe and play a different sort of thing, because there were bridges and interludes and everything on this sound as well. So now that we have this, let's see if we can come up with a theme on the subsequent, which is going to lay on top of the vibe that we have right now. Alright, so I'll go to the subsequent. I'll see what we have right here. go for the kind of West Coast Dr. Dre vibe. More reverb. Alright, save the sound. Crank up the sound a little bit. Let's see if we can do a little bit of sound design on this sound as well. Alright, we'll solve that in a second. So I've turned the timing off because it's not playing the triplets that I wanted to play. So what I'm going to do is going back out. I will select all the notes and say, like, you know what, I'm loving this kind of sort of like flowy vibe. Let's go and take it out. We'll play it again. I'll take it out of solo first, of course. Save it again, just making sure that I've got everything sorted. Record it straight in, here we go. Vibe. Alright. See, we're gonna go back in and play those vocals that we had. Go back to the vocal page. Here we are. Happy. I'm liking it. Now what I will do now is I will copy this to the next pattern because I want to make some sort of a bridge. So copy the whole thing, copy sequence will go to 42. 42, because it's always going to go to a blank, to the next blank pattern. So if you didn't fill up all the sequences on earlier patterns, make sure that you know where you're going. So I'm on sequence 31 or 41, and I'm going to go to 42 now. So I'll say do it, bam. It means that it's copied it. 42 is the same thing. I will rename it into, what we call it? Well, let's call it bridge. Bridge, B-R-I-D-G-E. Alright, bridge. So obviously I need to take out all the loops that we're playing already. So we'll go to the bass line, mini guitar, same thing. Go in You know, where are you playing? You're over here, over here. So take all the notes, shift, cut. So the same goes for the Tetra. Not for the Tetra really, because the Tetra is playing a arpeggio, and we need that to stay on the same thing. We'll go to the third track, which is the sub 37. We might play something different with the sub. I've got it on the first sequence anyway, so I can go back to it if I need it. So I'll just cut it for now and say, do we need that vocal? No, we need the vocal to stay off for now. Yeah, so usually when I get out of this vibe, so I'm thinking that if I'm coming out of the that's where the bass line started, yeah, but it's a C minor chord. So when I'm starting here, so what I will do is I will go for a so we got a bit of a shorter sequence, which can do a little bit more funk, I think. So let's see what happens if we play that. First of all, I'll just put the sequence on 4 beats. Go to the right one, the bridge. Yeah. You gotta love this mini guitar bass, man. It just sounds so amazing. Stick this on 4 beats. 8 beats maybe. And I think I can do a better job on the Tetra, really. So let's go in and see if we can just take that out. But I would like to make it a little bit more robotic. Now it starts to sound a little bit more like electric boogie, which is exactly what we want. Yeah, right? Okay. Go in. Okay, what I will do is I'll put note repeat on, I'll put shift, so nice. I'm digging that, man. So I'm taking off the sequence because I'm going free and play for the duration of this 8-bar segment. So let's start here. Let's do it again. Stupid mistakes. Here we go. I got it now. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And the trick that you did back in the days, take out the drums. I'm just loving it. Love it so much. So it's a vibe. It was a thing. What you hear, because obviously I'm doing it quick, fast right now. You know, I'm not really like digging in, but there were pads. There were just like stabs on the one. There was a lot of rapping going on. There's a lot of vibe going on. But what I like about this sound is the way I'm diving into it. Is, you know, it's so now as well because of all the reissue synthesizers that are coming out. I mean, this mini tower, obviously, I would have done crime to just get like a synth back in the days that did this in this form factor, obviously. I mean, now it's just nice and compact and it does what it does, but you have to just like appreciate the fact that how it sounds, you know what I mean? This kind of vibe. Woo! Well, I used to breakdance back in the day. I wasn't very good at it, but I used to do it though. So yeah, that's that. So amazing. Da, 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 da. And the winner for the January Patreon contest that we're doing that on my Discord. There was this synth wave challenge that I just laid out. So I told people just make a synth wave kind of vibe, make it 2 minutes, about 2 minutes long, and just like see how crazy you can do. I'd like to thank everyone, Rod, everyone that just like threw songs out there. It's absolutely been amazing. But I can only be one winner though. So the winner is, no, I'm not going to tell you. I'd like to welcome our new patrons first. Danny W, Lars Henrik Bergström, and Vegard Solbakken. Those are the new patrons, and they're following me on patreon.com/analogkitchen. All right, so without further ado, Unicode. I have to give it to Unicode, man. Really, I really loved what you did. I really loved the vibe. I'll get in touch with you this week and tell you all about what we're going to do. We're going to do something. So, congratulations, you are the big winner for the January Synthwave Challenge. New challenge, the February challenge is make a electro funk track. Make it with 808 drums and only one synthesizer can do the bass part. Only one. No scratching, no vocals, just beats and bass. You have to make it a little bit difficult, right? All right, so that's the challenge for February. Yeah, electro funk. Cool. And I'd like to welcome Ed and Spazoo and Mikey V as they are supporting the channel. They are enlisted on the channel. As you can subscribe to this channel, but also be a channel member. So thank you for supporting. I guess I'm almost there. The music you will find on Bandcamp if I like what I made. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I, you know how it goes, you know, creative people, always the same. So obviously, if I like a jam and I work it out and it seems to just like really fit, then I will stick it on Bandcamp so you can support me over there as well. Now, if not anything else, I'll catch you next week. You know where? On another video. Peace. Analog Kitchen out.